tough to beat. Everyone knew about Aquinas. And particularly if you're going to go down to Aquinas, that's a tough ticket anytime to win a basketball game at Aquinas. Ernie Price has had a great record there, and his teams are always ready to play early.
Now, I want to say one thing about this place is just about packed, and there will be no shortage of noise here tonight. In fact, look up at the Palace Vision scoreboard sometime, and you see that VU meter hoping to get the people to make some noise. I guess they could eliminate that if they invited some of these folks out to a Piston game, because they are ready to roll. And I'm going to tell you something. Howard Golding's told me this, and Harry Vandenbrink agrees, that this is a rivalry that should have been started many, many years ago.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and it's helped across the stands, and they have a lot of fun because they see each other quite often, and they, traveling in their just local areas, and it's a good, solid, fun rivalry.
Now we'll take a look at the starting lineups. We are going to try and do it this way this year, because I think it probably, as we take a look at the Southfield Blue Jays starting lineup, and the man with his back to you, by the way, is Hank Mulder, the all-time leading pass receiver for the Southfield Blue Jays, and he's playing football out of Wayne State, playing little hoops for Greg Slifka and Vince Bean a couple of years ago. And there is the lineup that will include a couple of seniors, Charles Kirkland along with Charles Turner. They lead the league, by the way, in Charles. They have three. Charles Cartwright is the third. And there is an Oak Park team that features Alan Card and Corwin Ahmad, Bernard Tynes, who is a 6'2 junior. Ryan Perryman's a sophomore, and Richard Jenkins is a senior. Jenkins spent last year on the junior varsity team. And we are ready to go. The ball is tipped out of bounds, and it will begin in the possession of the Southfield Blue Jays. The officials for tonight's game, the veteran Orlando Crockett, along with Roger.
Well, with all the shooting that Southfield showed in their opening ball game, Oak Park, which they've zoned their first two opponents, come out man-to-man. They're going to play them tough. They want to get in that win column, and they're going to just check it up and see who's going to play.
Well, quick foul early. Richard Jenkins, the culprit this time, and Charles Kirkland, a 6'2 senior, will be at the line. Kirkland, Harry Vandenbrink tells me, will be the ball player. He'll have a role. He'll be a role player. He's going to just go out there, play good defense, and just kind of calm down the team. That there's going to be kind of a, I guess the best way to put it, it'll be a hyper-kinetic type of a defense as well. Card gets it back out. Corwin Ahmad will handle it. Drops it behind him now for Bernard Tynes. Perriman on the drive. Ahmad open on the baseline, and he found beautifully found Jenkins underneath, but couldn't do anything with it. Blue Jays quickly down, drops it behind him for Terry Lowe. Lowe loses it. Turner picks it up. The short baseline, Jay No, and the Oak Park Knights, in the person of Alan Card, will start the offense.
Well, Oak Park, they're a perimeter ball club this year, and they are trying to get the ball inside, but it's just foreign to them.
Low baseliner to Kirkland, and Kirkland has all three Blue Jay points, and it's 3-0 just a minute into this one. We'll see a more disciplined Southfield team this year as Ryan Perryman misses to Charles Turner.
Well, Southfield, they're looking to Turner to get the ball off the board for them so they can run. They get it down, they look good when they're moving up and down the floor.
Terry Lowe can't get the three-pointer to go, and here comes Corwin Ahmad. Off the hands of Richard Jenkins and out of bounds, so the Blue Jays will take it over on the third, make it the second Oak Park turnover of the game.
That's the toughest pass in basketball to catch, that one where the man's directly in front of you and you're going away from him, because if there's anything wrong with it, you can't get it.
Lowe works the outside. Pulls up, and the left-hander's the front iron miss. Jenkins tries the rebound, but it comes down to Tynes. Works it wide left, long jumper that time, no good for Alan Card. And the Blue Jays trying to add to their shutout, but the pass got to Terry Lowe in progress, and so that'll be Southfield's first turnover of the basketball game, and we maintain a 3-0 lead.
Well, Southfield showed an excellent ability to get the ball out and go. Oak Park's got to get something going offensively, and they want to spring Card, but he's just having trouble getting open.
Harris did a good job of tipping the basketball away, and they give it to Southfield. Apparently, as Tynes was reaching for it, it hit the sideline. And Roger Patty gives the ball to Lowe, and James Harris will start the offense. Good to have you with us in our final look at sports on LO11 for 1991. 92 will come around real quickly. We'll get a travel call as Ahmad trying to wrest the basketball away.
Well, he hustled, and those are the kind the coach never minds because he just pulled the ball away and walked a little.
Turner to Lowe, and he misses off the front iron. Perriman rebounds to Ahmad. Corwin Ahmad looks to Card, who'll pull up, and then mid-lane jumper, no. Turner went over the back, but apparently no contact. So the Blue Jays take it over, and Oak Park yet to score. 3 minutes, make it 2 minutes and 34 seconds into the first quarter.
Well, Oak Park seems extremely tight, and they need something positive to happen, and I think their offense will get into gear.
Good knock away there by Card. Picked back up and put back down. First basket of the game for Vince Ball. All 44, low 32. Ranked in the honorable mention category in the Street and Smiths magazine. There's a steal by Harris. He'll take it, lay it up over Jenkins. It is no good. He gets his own rebound. Good hustle move by James with the other number 10. Corwin Ahmad with a steal. Ahmad, cross court, Jenkins, Glasser got it. Good job that time by Corwin Ahmad as he is able to spot him flying down the floor in a 3-on-1.
Well, Ahmad got himself under control, and he shows great quickness getting the ball down the floor.
Well, Lowe's turn jumper gets him his first two, and it's a 7-2 Southfield lead just about midway through the first quarter.
Southfield just getting too much in the paint, and that's what Oak Park is not getting, and things got to change.
That's a great pass and an equally great block shot by Charles Turner.
Well, they showed their jumping ability right there. Southfield did. They had two people fighting to get to him to block the shot. It appears he's alone, and then you see two people step in and Turner all the way.
He hit Terry Love. Vince Ball right behind him. Tynes for three. Bernard Tynes makes it 7-5. Barking out those assists on the PA, and that's the second one we've heard. Turner off the baseline. Got to make those shots.
Turner's got kind of a flat shot. A big fella like that's got to get it up in the air a little bit.
Ahmad on the drive, throws it up off the glass. What a count it had gone. So Corwin will go to the free throw line. And you can see that if Corwin Ahmad plays in control, he can really do a great job because he penetrates extremely well.
But you talked at the top of the show that they needed somebody to take the ball and do something with it and be the creator. Right now, with his quickness, he has that ability. He's thrown some nice passes. Right there, he took the ball all the way to the basket, and that could be the ticket that Oak Park's been looking for.
Well, only one Nakia on this basketball team, Frank, and that's Nakia Dexter. He's in there along with Ira Newble. That's a couple of juniors coming in for Harry Vandenbrink. And at the free throw line for Oak Park is, well, Joe Pryor now will come into the lineup, and he'll replace Ryan Perryman, so they're going to go a little bit shorter along the front line. Corwin Ahmad at the free throw line. 2 out of 5 in the early 2 games of the season. Hits the first one. This one will tie the score. Southfield had a 3-0 lead and sat on it for a while. We are tied at 7, 3.5 to go in the first.
Well, you can see Oak Park just had to get something going. They've got talented athletes. They're good players. They just needed something to happen positive.
Underneath to Turner, he got blocked by Card, but able to follow and fill it. The first 2 points of the game for Charles Turner on an offensive rebound. Now Jenkins trying to make a move on the baseline.
Well, so many times you see a high school player when he ball fakes, he'll move those feet. And the officials watch that one. Here's the rebounding, and we missed the block at the beginning, but he stays with it, gets the rebound, puts it in.
James Harris, who has yet to take a shot, he took 14 of them against Andover last week and knocked down 12.
Oak Park switched to a zone from man-to-man, and last year that created great problems for Southfield when they went to the zone. But you remember they had the two real good people up front to play the zone.
Of course, James Dixon, of course, and we'll talk about him and his up front partner, Lamont Farmer, and what they're doing. James Harris slowing it down with 2.5 to go in the first. The Blue Jays lead by 2. Charles Turner, his turnaround jumper, not any good. And Vince Ball will run it down. He's open baseline left, can't get it to go. Comes out to near midcourt. James Harris picks it up and he'll shoot it. Oh, he made it. Corwin Ahmad made a great play. He made him swallow it. Oh my, Harris thought he had a free jumper. Watch the other, number 10.
Well, you see Corwin Ahmad just step in there, and he can jump, he can do it. And Michael Jordan type block from behind, but you've got to be able to elevate to do that.
Terry Lowe now will check back in. Vince Ball will sit down. Turner tried to force it underneath, and it was knocked away. Good play by Bernard Tynes. They go to midcourt. Ahmad, now to Pryor. He'll pull. Now Jenkins, baseline right. No, rebound, Turner. Harris working the point, off the baseline, low, no, rebound Tynes off of him and out of bounds. Good hustle play there by Nakia Dexter.
You know, I have a theory about juniors that when they have the big scoring night, that they usually come back with not a real good shooting night the next time they play. And I hope Harris doesn't experience that. But in my coaching career, you go and you score points as a junior, and then you lay in bed that night figuring you should have had 12 more, and you think you should have 37.
There's a steal by Dexter. He lays it up and in. Nakia Dexter's first 2 extends the Southfield lead to 6. And pass interference on Southfield that time as number 33, Ira Newble, will get called for it.
Too many good athletes to throw a ball that far in a basketball court out here today. They're going to get to it. That was one of those fouls that you hate to fault anybody because both young men were hustling for the ball.
Now we're going to get Sean Brown, number 34, in the lineup for the Oak Park Knights. And Bernard Tynes will sit down. Sean Brown, a junior. Card off the glass, no. Good job by Jenkins, and I'll tell you, they're letting him play tonight, Frank. Good hustle job there by Jenkins. Cross court, Pryor starts his drive, uses the glass. He'll go to the line off the foul by Dexter.
Well, this is an easy kind of game to officiate because they're not physical teams. They're good athletes. They jump, they play hard, and they're not bangers. And the officials don't have to bring the game under control. They can just let the athletes do their athletic thing.
Pryor, so far at the foul line this year, 3 out of 5. Oak Park not known for their free throw efficiency, although James Dixon probably one of the better free throw shooters they had last year at about 75%. Good job by Sean Brown as he ripped the rebound away off the miss off the second one by Pryor. But the Horn's going to be going fast and furious, and we get another substitution, and that is number 21, Mike Terry.
Well, when you work a ball club, you have a tendency to look to see what their tendencies were from last year and if they've corrected them. If you remember, Oak Park was a very streaky ball club. Hey, they started out tonight, they were down 7-0, then they run a streak, and then they sit, they're right where they were a year ago as far as the streaks go.
Sean Brown splits the pair, and that's his first trip to the line this year. Terrence McEvans came in, not Mike Terry, but Terrence McEvans. He's got the ball, tries a reverse off the glass. Turner tries the tip, goes off the hands of Ahmad and out of bounds, or rather Ahmad and out of bounds. And the Blue Jays will maintain it with 52 and 2/10 seconds remaining in the first quarter, 13-9 Southfield. Working the point is James Harris. In the corner to McEvans, back to James. Nakia Dexter open. Now on the baseline. McEvans, the miss. Tipped up, no, by Newble. Almost a great tip in by Ira Newble.